Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Around our aura we can often build walls. We wouldn't know we put these walls up. They're energetic walls that we put up ourselves for protection. Some of us have put up lots of walls. We needed to because we were living in difficult circumstance and we put these walls up. And the walls will be energetic. It won't be a real wall, of course, they'll just be energy. But it's good for you to know that you've got these mini walls and sometimes big walls all over yourself. When I went to the homeopath and he did that healing on me, I could actually feel the actual wall come off. It was like energy, like a sheet of energy in front of me. And as he worked on me, I could actually feel it lift off and leave the body. It was a crazy feeling. And when I left his office and walked to the car, I felt like something had actually fallen off. This was the wall I put up as a child to protect me during the abuse and the years after that at home. However, I didn't really know I had that wall. Feeling it fall off was really quite wonderful, and it happened to me several times because I've obviously had a lot of healing from different people, and I could feel the different bits of the wall come off. It will feel like it's a part of you just leaving. It's quite amazing actually to feel it come off. We put these walls up to help ourselves through difficult times and their energy. You will feel people who have walls around you. You can feel it energetically. And people even say, oh, if you've got a wall up, or God, you can't get in because of the walls. Know that you've got walls. We've all got walls. Everyone's put them up. Particularly once we're adults, we'll have a number of them all over the place. The walls can be on our back too, and put a wall up behind our neck or on our arm or around our throat, and they're energetic. Because they're energetic, you can get rid of them. I just did a lot of practices where I did a meditation and let go and dissolved the wall. And if I felt I knew where it was, I went there, I saw it in my mind's eye, and then I broke it all down in little pieces and I released it and let it go. And I just kept doing that. It was a block, it was a wall, but it could be removed. If you don't know where your walls are, I would just do a general, I want to get rid of any energetic walls that I've got around my aura that I've put up, and ask for that and just do a meditation or quiet healing on yourself. We intended when we put the wall up to protect ourselves and not to feel that again or go to that place again. So you have to tell your mind to let it go now. Now, I'm going to let the wall go now. Tell your mind this, because your mind would have set up, we won't go back there again, put a wall up, we're not dealing with that. We'll often put a wall up to pain, emotional pain particularly, and psychological pain. So behind that wall is sitting a lot of pain, and when you take the wall off, the pain will come, or the emotions. So if you had a lot of anger as well, fear, terror, anything that is that kind of nature, too much grief, sadness, sorrow, whatever the emotion is, that'll come because it's often sitting and attached behind the wall because we didn't want to feel that anymore, particularly if we got scared. So don't be surprised if in the next few days or weeks afterwards you'll have a few times where you feel this emotion and don't know where it's coming from, and that's the release from the wall. The reason it's good to get rid of the walls is it stops the flow around the body, and you'll end up probably, if you're not lucky, getting sick where the wall is. And we can put wall on top of wall on top of wall. I can always feel too when the wall's coming up. People can have their own walls, but they can also put a wall up. It's like those places in the bank where when there's going to be a robbery, the thing goes straight down to protect the teller. And it feels like that. You can just feel the wall come up. That will come up in conversation sometimes with people. You're trying to discuss something and you just feel like the walls come up. And I always call it talking to the wall. The trouble with the wall is if they stay up, temporarily they probably don't do much damage, even though you can't communicate clearly. But on a long-term level, they do a lot of damage. When you're doing this work, your memories might come back of certain events. You might have flashbacks. The emotions might be raw. You might do a bit of crying. Just see that as release. Don't see that as a bad thing. Don't put the wall back because you're letting it go now. I had lots of walls. I needed the walls, and I'm continually working on my walls. You can also ask for other people. If you know someone that's got a wall up, you can ask that the wall be taken down by their guides, and then the person has a chance. You can also do a healing on them to let go of the wall. I would also use tapping, release work, meditation, hypnosis, any of your modalities to get rid of the wall. So I just ask, are there any energetic walls that I have up, that I've put up, whether they're physical, mental, emotional, psychological, or even spiritual walls, that I release them now. We can also have past life walls, that we come in with certain walls around ourselves in the aura from a past life. Well, I've given you lots of work to do this week on your walls. I think you'll find it fascinating once you start working on it. You can usually tell where they are because there's often you'll have a physical problem around that area, or a tendency to have it. So if you have asthma, you might have a wall around the chest, or your backache would be a wall on your back or on your hip, on your foot, solar plexus. You look at your aura, look at your health, look at where you feel it's a bit problematic, and that's probably where you put some walls up because the energy is not flowing properly. I found this knowledge really great. It's helped me tremendously in my healing because I can put down the wall because I'm safe now and I don't need them. And that's the other thing, that we did it when we felt we needed to, but now we're in a different space energetically and vibrationally, so we don't need to have the wall. The other aspect of the wall is that the energy will be quite congested and compressed. Will usually be a darker energy and a heavy energy. And if we're trying to ascend energetically and clear our aura, we will find that the energy will actually impede the flow around the aura, but also not be good for you because you've got like these blocks all over, these energetic wall blocks all over the place. So once you get rid of them, your energy will be lighter and you'll be able to ascend, and spiritually and energetically it'll be better for you. So this week is wall breaking down week. Just do it as you feel you can, and when you feel you've put a wall up, and you'll probably know it, we can tell when we're blocking things. We even say it. People say, are you blocking having a new relationship? And you're like, yeah, I am actually. And that would be a wall around the heart. You can help yourselves and you can actually help other people by taking down your walls. And I'm wishing you lots of love and healing and light.